Good morning. I'm packing up to go to work, so I'm going to pack up my Motivate greens. The tangerine is my favorite, and then I picked up some more of the watermelon Motivate burn. This is my favorite so far. So I'm going to have this. This is how I'll break my fast. I'm going to have this. I can break my fast at 11. Actually, I can break it like at 10 today, but I'll probably push it off to 11 and have my greens and my burn, and that'll be the way I break my fast. And if you guys want to try the greens, these are my favorite greens ever. I do have a 20% off discount code in the description box, so you can check that out. And since I won't be able to come home until around 12 for lunch, I'm going to bring this as well, probably to have. We'll just see how my hunger is, but I just want to have this on hand in case I do want to have that before I come home for lunch. So we're gonna go and make a wrap, and I'm gonna do the La Banterita. This is the large one. I think I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of this whipped cream cheese because I think 2 tablespoons will not be enough on this. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of this. A serving of this is 3 slices. I think I may end up putting more. We'll just see how it looks. And then I'm gonna do some spinach. I was gonna do some bell pepper, but I don't have enough time to cut that up, so we're not going to do that today. So I'm going to wrap all that up, and then I'm going to do a salad. So I'm going to do half of this mango lemonade salad kit, and then I'll have a little side salad with that. And then I'm going to take some hummus and carrots as a snack for later. And then I am just really needing a coffee right now, so I'm going to make, I did not get my cold brew made either, so we're going to make our cold brew tonight. We're going to try the smoked butterscotch. But I did pick up the STōK Cold Brew at Grocery Outlet. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And we're going to do pumpkin spice. Okay, first I put a little swirl of the Jordan Skinny mixes, 0 calories, 0 points. And then I'm going to do some of the STōK Cold Brew and the pumpkin spice. And I've never tried the Atkins pumpkin spice, so I'll do a little on-camera taste test. Alrighty, let's give this a little try. So far, Atkins has not steered me wrong as far as their protein shakes, especially their flavored ones. Do you guys know I love the chai ones, the chai vanilla, so good. The cafe something, I can't remember what they are, but they have the caffeine in them, like it's like coffee. Those ones are really good. So far, I have not had an Atkins shake I don't like. The only thing is they're less protein, but since I'm not really aiming for such high protein anymore, I'm just trying to make sure I'm having protein forward meals, but not like trying to hit that super high number anymore, then the 15 grams is perfect. But this is so good. And just has the perfect amount of kind of just a little hint of spice, a little bit hint of pumpkin. Really good. Highly recommend this. This now, you know what this is making me want, which I have not seen in my area yet, and that's the pumpkin pie yogurts from Dan and Light and Fit. Those are like one of my favorite yogurts. So this is really good. Exactly what I needed. Okay, got my lunch all ready. I'm going to tell you right now this. So I put a little bit, I weighed out 28 grams, which is about 2 tablespoons of most salad dressings in here. And, oh no, sorry, 30 grams, not 28 grams. But this is that mango lemonade. It is so good. It's like this, how to describe it. It's kind of like this fresh, light fresh. I wish I would have discovered this earlier in the summer because I would have had these all the time in the summer. I'm very much a seasonal eater. I never think I am, but it's just like my body like tends to like want like, you know, during the summer, like lots of fresh fruits and vegetables because they're all in season. Then once it starts, you know, getting fall, I'm going to want a lot of soups and crock pot meals. I don't know. It's just very seasonal, like cravings. But this is it's just so light and fresh. It's really good. So if you can find that, highly recommend it. I've only seen it though at my Grocery Outlet. That's it. So not sure why. This coffee is so good. Okay, let me show you this, then to head back to work. So here is my lunch and snack. I'll probably eat this around the same time. So we have our pinwheels here, and then we have our salad. Like I said, I did half of everything, but I did weigh out, like I said, the 30 grams of the dressing, but then I did half of the little dry mango bits and half of the croutons. Actually, not quite half of the croutons. You get a lot of croutons in this one. I feel like more than any of them. And then we have our 2 tablespoons of hummus, actually just weighed out a serving, and then our carrot. Tonight we're doing Mexican pizzas, so let me show you all the ingredients. You'll need some sort of tortillas. I use the soft taco kind. I do mine in the air fryer, so this is the size I like to use. You need some red enchilada sauce, some refried beans. I use the fat-free. Whatever veggies you want to use, I have green onions that I'm also going to use, and tomatoes. You can also add some olives. I don't like black olives. Some lean ground beef. I use the 96% lean. Cook this up with some taco seasoning. I have some homemade taco seasoning I'll add to that. I do use about 1/3 of a cup of cheese. You use whatever kind of cheese you want, whatever amount you want, but I do use a little bit more points in cheese than what a serving is. A serving is a 1/4 cup. I use about 1/3 of a cup. And here's how I assemble mine. I will cook up my ground beef, and then I will heat up my refried beans because they're easier to spread when you heat them up. And then I add in some enchilada sauce. So just I don't know, maybe a 1/4 cup of the, or maybe 1/8 of a cup of the enchilada sauce. It's just to add some flavor to the beans because the beans don't have a lot of flavor on their own. So I do that just to add some flavor in there. So just do it till you add some flavor. It doesn't liquefy, but just add some flavor. So then on this, I will add on some of the beans, some of the ground beef, half of the amount of cheese, put the other tortilla on top, and then I will add on the enchilada sauce and some cheese. And then I put that in the air fryer at 400 for just about, I don't know, if yours is already heated up, you can just cook it for about 5 or 6 minutes, just until the tortilla is kind of crispy, the cheese is melted. And then I will add on my tomatoes and green onions, and then I use plain non-fat Greek yogurt for my sour cream. So I will link a recipe down below, but I'll also show you what this looks like when it's all done. I ended up doing this in the oven because my husband wanted one, and so it's just easier to do it that way. So I did it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes, layering everything. And I know it doesn't look super pretty, but watch what it looks like when it gets out of the oven. And y'all, this is like one of my all-time favorite meals. My husband loves it too. I actually ate half of this, like a full half of it, and then I ate about half of the third 3 of the 4. So I did not eat all of it, so I just ended up tracking 3/4 of it just to be kind of safe of how much I consumed. But you guys, highly recommend this. I will have the original recipe linked down below. So I have a couple of melons here that I'm going to go ahead and cut up to have for snacks for the rest of the week. This watermelon was terrible. I actually threw out the other half because it's all like really gushy like this, and I tasted it and it tastes so bad. I didn't pick out my watermelon, but I didn't see anything on the outside that looked bad, but the cantaloupe was fine. So at least I have that. But yeah, I threw out half of it, but I'm gonna give my rinds and stuff to my chickens, and I'm just gonna save this in the refrigerator and give that to my chickens tomorrow. But they didn't need the whole entire thing. But yeah, it smelled really good when I started opening it, but then I saw all these, like there's hardly any like good pieces. And I thought, well, maybe it's just gushy, and I tried it and it tastes so bad. So yep, that's a bummer. Okay guys, we are getting back on the treadmill after a couple of weeks of not being able to do it due to work, travel, and scheduling. So here we go. Good morning. I have a webinar today during lunch. I don't have to be on camera, I just have to listen to it. So I'm gonna eat my lunch during that time. So I think it's something like 12 to 1:30. So I have some Just Bare spicy chicken nuggets. So I have some of those in the air fryer right now. And then I used some of this over the weekend, the Taylor Farms Barbecue Ranch Chopped Kit. So I have a little bit left. So I ate about 1/3 of this, 1/3 of the dressing, 1/3 of all the toppings and all that over the weekend, and a couple different meals. So I have about 1/3 left. It says it's 4 servings, but I kind of split it into 3. I think 4 servings is like not very much in there. I'm also gonna bring some fruit. I'm gonna bring my coffee. I already have protein shakes at work, so I'm just going to bring some coffee in one of my cups and just bring that with me. And I think I'm gonna bring some melon, and I maybe bring like a beef stick and a cheese stick, just so I have all the things in case, you know, because I can't like come home, and also I want to make sure I am nice and taken care of so I don't get tempted by anything that may be in the break room. So let me go and put this together and I'll show you everything I'm bringing with me for lunch and snacks today. Here is my lunch for today. So I have the spicy chicken nuggets, some of the dressing, and then, like I said, I thought a third of everything on there. So that's my lunch. Then for snacks, I'm bringing some cantaloupe and a chopped beef stick, a reduced fat cheese stick, and a yogurt. And then I have my cold brew, and I have protein shakes at work. So I'll just make up a coffee later on this afternoon. Alrighty, I am heading off to work. Y'all, I am so tired, but I am so glad I got my workout in. I didn't do it yesterday, and I told myself I was going to do it. You know, that was going to be my main goal for September, is to get back on track with this stuff, but it's okay. Baby steps to get back on track. I wasn't, you know, it's funny, I say back on track, but I wasn't really off track. It's just with all the working I had to do for the last 3 weeks. I was working 60 plus hours per week the last 3 weeks, and we were traveling from different school districts. We were eating lunch like at odd times, sometimes 11 o'clock in the morning, sometimes not till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, it was whenever we could do. And I literally was only, like most days, there was really late lunches. And so it's the only meal I had in the day. And I was just feeling, and I felt this pressure to try to continue with intermittent fasting for like the first 2 weeks. And so that I was just eating the one meal, because if I eat anything else, it's going to push it off. And then I don't know when our next meal is going to be, because me may be able to go at 11 before we go to a school district, or it may not be till 1:30, 2 o'clock. I mean, there was no like structure. And finally, after like 2 weeks of just more stress than what it needed to be, more stress than what I was already having, I did not need that on there. And so like the last week of September, like the last 10 days, I would say, of August, I did just finally just said, okay, I've had enough. But I'll tell you what, I was not feeling great the last couple of weeks that I wasn't on a regular schedule, because you guys know how much I thrive on a schedule. And my perimenopausal symptoms just came rushing back. My cycle was all messed up. I ended up having like 2 in August. It was just not good. It was not a good time. And so I told myself September I was going to have a big reboot, reset, but mainly not really as much like food-wise, because I felt like I did really good. I made good choices, and that stuff wasn't like crazy. It was just like not taking my supplements, not drinking my greens, not doing my treadmill. It was just like my habits. Those are what I needed to reset. So it's just like, this is going to be a big habit reset month. But I also know I have to be realistic with it as well, because I can, you know, I'm not going to beat myself up. So I mean, today's only the 4th, and I did do a workout on Monday. I just did not do one yesterday, and then I did today. But my workout on Monday wasn't my treadmill. I cleaned out so it wasn't really a workout. I just did extra stuff around it. I just stayed moving all day. So my chickens need to be cleaned up, and that is not an easy task, y'all, cleaning up the chicken pen. So I had to clean up like their coop area, I had to clean up all, you know, in their running area. And so I had to do that. And then we had bought all new like food, shavings, and then their shavings that go in their coop. So we have 2 different kinds of shavings. And those are big, you know, like 30-pound like bags. And I cut those up. I poured them all in the bucket. So I was doing a lot of stuff. I was doing a lot of stuff in the garage. I literally, by the end of the day, my Apple Watch, I was like 16 hours on my feet throughout the day, because I just told myself I have a lot of stuff I wanted to get done around the house. I just wanted to stay moving, and that was kind of my goal, was just to stay moving. So I didn't do like an official like workout, but I got off my butt and I made myself move. But one of the things that has been really, really bad struggling with has been the insomnia is coming back, and the night sweats really bad are coming back. So I'm hoping the intermittent fasting helps with that, because it was helping before. Because I could not fall asleep last night at all. I think it was finally like, I don't know, we went to bed about 8:45, 9 o'clock. My husband was already falling asleep. And it was like, right away I thought, okay, yeah, I'm tired too. Nope, couldn't fall asleep. So I finally picked up my book and was reading a little bit, and then it was an audiobook I was listening to, but it was from Kindle Unlimited, so I had both the audio and the physical book. So I was reading those, and then finally was like, okay, I can fall asleep. So I started falling asleep, but then it's just I just could not, like, I was so restless feeling. So it was like, I don't know, I want to say it was like 11:45 when I finally put my book down again. And then I woke up, like, why did I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning? And I could not go back to sleep, so I just stayed up. And I actually ended up finishing my book. So I guess that's the only good thing about it. And I started a new audiobook, physical book this morning. So, but of course, as soon as I get rid of Audible, I decide I like audiobooks again. But I just don't want to pay for it. I'm just going to get any free audiobooks I see on Kindle Unlimited, and that's what we're going to go with. For dinner tonight, I'm going to throw together a stir fry. So it's going to be blackened chicken strips. We have some stir fry veggies, some whole grain brown rice, and then some of the G-Hues, the sugar-free stir fry. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this for a couple of meals so I can have some tomorrow either for dinner or for lunch, something in the next couple of days. So I'm just going to I think I'm going to do this entire thing of veggies in a pan and heat that up first and add in the stir fry sauce. And then this rice has about 2 servings in it. They say like per pouch is the serving, but of course we're not going to eat that much. Per cup is 140 grams, which this whole thing has 250 grams. So I'm going to put the whole thing, I think, in there, and this will be at least probably 4 servings when I put it all together. So I'll put these 2 in the pan first and get them heated up. And then the chicken, I'll probably throw in the microwave first just to thaw out. And then I'll throw it in with the rest of the stuff in the pan. Here is my finished stir fry. So easy, so good. I can't wait to dive in.
Mr. Keller, where's